Morning.
Very well, how are you?
I'm good. I was distracted outside doing my fantasy football league, sorry.
Oh,
nice.
priorities.
How you doing?
Priorities.
Are you-
This is a long distance. Just noticed this is the longest ever. Sorry, what were you saying?
How's your team doing?
They lost on penalties last night.
Oh no.
Damn it.
Tragic.
You should work on that then. I know nothing about fantasy football.
Yeah, you should work at it.
You should really work on that.
You should get in that room and give those boys a chat.
Go back to my editors with an Outlander job that's just about fantasy football. Guys, congratulations on the show.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I was doing some work last night on the show, and usually with things that have subtitles, I usually put the letters. I didn't realise this spells out bomb.
Yeah. How cool. They had to change that though to Bob because the emails kept getting flagged
Yeah.
with the word bomb all over
I think
them.
I think it was bomb for about a week, wasn't it? Then they were like, okay, now it's Bob.
It doesn't quite have the same ring. Bomb's cool.
Bomb's quite cool, yeah.
Yeah,
As
in a
long as
non-violent
long as
way,
it doesn't
obviously.
bomb.
Yeah.
Then you have to talk
Yes.
about it. Tell me about getting involved in this, because it's such a huge franchise already. I can imagine when you heard the rumblings that something was happening for you as actors, it was probably like, okay, I need to try and at least get in front of someone to show my worth, let alone...
I mean, I had auditioned for Outlander previously for a much smaller role, literally for one line, which I was pinned for, then ultimately didn't get because they cut it. But little did I know was that they were keeping me for this. So I auditioned one more time after that for a bigger role in Outlander, and then I got the tape for this. And yeah, when I saw like, you know, each role was going up and up, and then all of a sudden I was auditioning for like one of the leads. I was like, oh man, I must be doing something right. And when I saw that, the character for Brian the Breakdown, I just knew that this was me in a nutshell. Like it really wasn't too much of a stretch, but the story itself was the thing that got me. And yeah, just to be able to put that down on a tape and send it in was very, very, very lucky, very much a privilege.
Yeah, same. I was shooting something else at the time and had very little time, but I was like, I need to tape for this. This character's amazing. Obviously, Outlander was so successful, but I'd never done a Scottish accent before, so I was really nervous. So I messaged my friend Ryan, who is Scottish, who I worked with previously on a job, and he was so helpful. And he ended up being in the show. His name is Ryan Fletcher, and he plays McKinney. He's an excellent character.
He's great.
But yeah, so grateful to him and his gorgeous wife, Hannah. I sent them a whiskey hamper when I got a recall. I was like,
Nice.
thank you.
I was going to ask you about the accents, because I mean, this is just me, but whenever I try and do an accent, I know my wife because I sound like because I love Mrs. Doubtfire, and I just sound like Mrs. Doubtfire. It's
What a
just
film.
incredible. For you doing the accent, was there like a particular film or someone doing a Scottish accent that was key to kind of getting the words and getting the voice and the vocal rhythms?
It's a good question. I think, to be honest, probably mostly watching Outlander. I binged it, the whole thing. We both did. We watched the whole thing whilst shooting. So I was just kind of surrounded by the voice. And also, to be honest, my hair and makeup team, I'm always asking Nicola, how would you say? We joke that she's like my second dialect coach. She's the voice of Ellen, really. Because so often I'll just turn to, it's so helpful having a fully Scottish crew. Because we have a dialect coach with us on set all the time as well. But it's also just so helpful being surrounded by that voice all day, every day, and having that as a reference point.
I based mine off of Mrs. Doubtfire.
I was going to say, it sounds very...
It's, yeah. Hello, dear. Yeah.
You get into that, ooh!
Help is on the way.
Any interview I can get Mrs. Doubtfire in, and a impression.
We have the
That's
same
gold.
thing, except it's Shrek. Yeah.
Tell me about the relationship between your two characters, because we've seen, obviously, the children, their relationship over 6-7 years, and now we're going backwards. And people seem to have they seem to enjoy prequels because there's stuff that they don't necessarily know too much about. So I just wonder for you guys, when you read the story and the relationship between the two of you, what was it about that kind of made you think, okay, you know, this is going to be a story worth telling?
Oh, it's the danger of it, isn't it? It's the forbidden love. I think that's enticing for anyone because, you know, fans of the original Outlander know that these two characters get together. They know that they have kids. We know how that ends, but the exciting part is seeing that journey in the middle. You know, how did that happen? Because it's not a straight line. It's all over the place. You know, it's like you think they're going to get together and then they're apart, and then it's like, oh, they're so close, they don't even know each other there. And there's lots of things which can happen, twists and turns. And for me, that was the thing that really got me on board, being like, oh, this is not just a straightforward love story. It's a real challenge. You know, it has to be earned.
Yeah, me too. And also how passionate it is. It's it's like a fantasy love story, really. From the moment they meet each other, it's love at first sight. And it's young love as well, which is, I think, just a really beautiful thing. Love in general, I think, is like one of my favourite things to play.
Good.
I love love.
Well, you're in the right job, mate.
Yeah, I know.
So
Well, thank God for that.
Obviously, you share you talk about love and kind of the intimate scenes and all the stuff in between. For you guys as actors, well, how do you kind of break the ice for those scenes? Have you kind of bonded over doing Wordle in between or finding some way to kind of break the tension?
Yeah, that's an idea.
That is an idea. Why have we never done that?
Yeah, it's I think it's at the end of the day, it's all about trust, right? So as long as you trust your scene partner, then you know that no matter what you're going to do, like you've got each other to rely on, so you forget about everyone else. You check in with each other, you know, like before we do any scene, we'd always check in with each other, being like, you good? All good? Sweet. Okay, let's go. And we wouldn't do anything until we were at that. And then building that, I think that just came naturally because, you know, we get along as people. And that makes it so much easier.
Yeah, I think just being friends really helps. Be really awful if we actually hated each other.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty awkward, but I'm sure that happens more often than you think.
I absolutely love Scotland. Me and my wife hope to move there when we retire back
Really?
in the day. Well, we love Edinburgh, but there's so much. And watching this show, there's so much, and the previous show as well, so much in terms of, you know, you go on all these social medias and you see places that you didn't know exist. I just wonder for you guys, part of the privilege of doing this is getting to see some of those amazing places. Were there places in this you discovered and just thought, how do I not know that this exists in the world?
Yeah, totally. All of the locations, I feel like that. I'm always just astonished that they were found in the first place because they're in the middle of nowhere, some of them. Like the bridge, for example, in episode 1 is just the most perfect fairy tale location. I've got absolutely no clue how locations found it. It's stunning and so perfect for that scene. And
there's further down the line in episode 9, there's a scene, quite an important scene with Brian and Ellen. And you know what I'm talking about. And I remember getting there and being like, wow, I had no idea this was even here. It's like this kind of graveyard, ruined church thing, and it was incredible. And I'd been to this place where we filmed it so many times, but this was like maybe 10 minutes outside of the town. And I was like, wow, you just have the hills here, this graveyard. It was very, very cool. Yeah, when people see episode 9, they'll know what I'm talking about.
No CGI needed.
Exactly.
No.
I wish you all the best, guys. I'm sitting here looking at you. Have you had the Henry Cavill doppelganger? It's just like looking at
No, well, a couple of times, but I'll take that, man. I'll put that in my...
Genuinely?
I get Sam Heughan in one pocket and Henry in the other one. Like,
I was scrolling on Instagram the other day and Henry Cavill came up and I thought it was Jamie.
Yeah. He's got curly hair at the minute because he's making Highlander.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, of course he does.
He's in.
Stop it, his head will be even bigger.
Nice ego boost for the morning. Guys, I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for your time. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you.
pleasure,
You
mate.
too.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey you guys!
Hey, you guys!